and you don't know what to go to, why don't you go where faction sits? Now the Ritz. Different types to wear it.
Buongiorno amici, ciao a tutti, sono BC, and welcome to the Diamond Society. That's right, this is our very first episode of our new adventure on the Diamond Society server, in which our last adventure together in Plutonium, we traveled through our portal trying to recover some really epic Christmas gifts from our Captive Minecraft series, and we ended up here in the Diamond Society world, where we were greeted by Mr. Offensive, Mr. OG, Mr. Offensive Gen, and he gave us a nice cool tuxedo, but I've got out of those fancy duds for right now because I don't want to get them wrinkled. In fact, they're at the cleaners, I guess you could say. And yeah, so as you saw, I was kind of already established, so I decided to start off this episode today where it all began, and this is where it all started for me, at this little cool cluster of mountains here. So as I was wandering the world out in those plains back there, that's towards Spawn Town, I came across this really cool rock formation, and I thought, you know what better way to get started than in some extreme hills? Because yeah, extreme hills, that's where you get paid. So I started off here, and one thing I really learned to appreciate by playing the good gravy, look at these guys, by playing the Captive Minecraft series, is that it really gives you a sense of, I don't know, being very, gosh, get angry much? Being very conservative with the things that you have. And so especially space, right? So in the Captive Minecraft, you only have so much room, and the only thing you could do is either go up or go down. And so it really kind of taught me a lot about just maintaining a small footprint profile in the way that you expand out the game. And so I came up here, I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and drill down so you can see there's a hole all the way to the sky, and we go straight down. Now, once I drilled down, I want to build a staircase so I could safely do it. And then from there, I decide to branch mine. Now, one reason why this kind of design works really well, let's just get rid of that junk because I don't need it. The reason why this design works really well as a starter is because you have this shaft all the way to the sky. And especially if you're starting out without a lot of resources, you have the sunlight and continuous moonlight to kind of light your cave down here as you start to work and gather resources. So even going up these stairs, I have no need to ever light these stairs ever, because I will always have sunlight or moonlight to light these stairs. And this just kind of winds all the way back up to the top. So yeah, kind of started off this series. This looks very familiar. This is kind of how I started last series that kind of came to an abrupt halt. But this is kind of our base of operation. And, while we're gathering resources, getting established, what better way than to branch mine, right? So this is a branch mine. And, yeah, tucked away inside the branch mine are all kinds of vegetables. We got chickens bouncing around inside here. You saw when I dropped away. So they're just bouncing around and they're laying eggs, which then are going down through the enchanting table gathered up in this hopper here. And I really don't even know why I need all those now. But, yeah. Ugh. I don't want you either. Go away. So, starting out with branch mines, and as we kill zombies and hunt, of course, we collect resources. So we got potatoes down one side. We've got sugarcane. And, yeah, just kind of maintain it. Now, I haven't even started this side. So I have only branch mined 1/2 of all this. And it's not big. It's only 50 blocks each direction. So 50 blocks is really not a lot. And I've already received quite a bit of supplies, and I actually used 8 diamond blocks up in the Diamond Hotel to create that table that we saw, the big conference table. Those diamond blocks came from my stash. So yeah, that's kind of how I got started down here. And a lot of this stuff, like the cakes, they all came from trading with farmers, and it just kind of rolls along from there. So not a bad way to set up a base of operations, but you got to eventually move out. You can't be a hermit. You can't live underground. You got to do more than just hang out down in the dirt, in the weeds, underground, talking to yourself like an old crazy person. And so we got to branch out, right? And the best way to branch out is you can either, one, go above ground and just wander around forever and ever, or you can hit the nether. And hitting the nether is always great because, especially coming in on a server, you know that there's going to be tunnels, there's going to be paths, there's going to be people that have already kind of established a little highway, a little network, a little ant trail. So just a matter of finding that ant trail, finding that highway, and wouldn't you know, when I came out, bam, there was already this ladder right here, which was a dead giveaway. And actually, this is, I think, yeah, the coordinates are a little wonky, but this is the top and the bottom of the Iron Titan that sits right at the world spawn. So when I first built my portal, I was linking to it, and I was actually ending up down there in the bottom, which is actually a disposal into lava. So I can tell you that, yeah, once, maybe twice, I died because I come out of the portal, and sometimes the game, it'll just put you on the block right outside the portal. And when that happens, I had no choice but to go into lava, and there was no getting out. So yeah, died. Sucked. Especially when you're just starting out and you finally got some cool gear. And just to get burned up the very first time you go into the nether, that really kind of blows. But anyway, found this tunnel, kept on walking around, eventually found some signs, connected me back to where the spawn village is, which is the skyscraper district that we saw earlier. Hey, guy. Whoa. Did you hear that? Oh, hey, it's Mott. Hey, what's up? Anyway, so yeah, so just kind of hunted around, was able to gather resources and go from there. So pretty cool, pretty fine. Now, I showed you a little bit around downtown, and everything down here is all well and good, but the server recently got all together, in fact, this weekend, and we decorated for the holidays. Oh yeah, a little preview, but before I show you that, let me show you one other thing I did work on just the other day with Mr. OG. Decided, you know what, I need to have a presence in this area. So the village here, and this village is run by Mr. President Anus, and he is being really stubborn about keeping this village here. And it's really kind of holding up progress about the expansion of our world. And so I think some negotiations are in order with Mr. Anus, and I'm sure some things are going to come about that soon, but more to follow. But yeah, a lot of other builders on this site have kind of built little houses out here amongst the village. So decided to grab myself a little bit of real estate, and pow, got ourselves just a little hut, no big deal, right here. And according to Mr. OG, he said that I built this in the modern dwarven, I think is what he said. So yeah, my modern dwarven build. Never heard that, but that's all good with me. So this is my presence down here in the spawn area. Nothing major, nothing big. I really don't have a lot going on down here. Got some loot, some gear, but yeah, more or less just having a build just to kind of establish my presence down here. Got myself a little lake, little vegetables, and yeah, life is good. So can't complain. So, I'll tell you what, let's see. Let me drop off these pumpkins. I think I'm going to get myself a little bit gathered. I'll actually wait for night to fall, and we can go ahead and check out the village as it's all lit up at night. And we're going to move on into our first project because, the Diamond Society has kind of set itself apart with its skyscraper district. And BC has the most incredible idea for my big skyscraper build. So I'm looking forward to get started on that. And we're going to start that today, Amici. Today. So let's let night fall so we can enjoy the Christmas lights. And we'll get started on our build in just a little while. Ciao, ciao for now. Well, Amici, nighttime has fallen on our beautiful little world. And you know what, this chicken... For whatever reason, this chicken just likes standing right here. He's not tied up or whatever. He just stays right there. Yeah, I heard it too. Freaked me out. Absolutely. And just lays eggs right here in this grass. Do the dance. Do the dance. All right. So anyway, looks familiar, huh? Yeah, that's right. Bringing over a little bit of inspiration, and it does indeed light up and twinkle and all that good stuff. Lots of redstone inside of that tree. But man, it is a world lagger. So we don't have it blinking or flashing or anything, but it can. It can. And I think it turned out really nice. Over there is a little bit of a reindeer. I think I built that once in a building game competition, and it turned out pretty sweet. But so I brought it over here. But check this out. So yeah, all the members of the server, about 6 or 7 people, got on together, and we started just doing holiday decorations down the town here, which ended up looking really sweet. Lots of cool candy canes. Got a star up on the building there. This really cool wreath, the bow on it. Loving it. All the trees down the road have little, what do you call it? Ornaments hanging on them. And we took out all the street lamps and actually changed them into candy canes. Lowcorp put a really cool wreath, Minecraft edition. Very cool, very fine. Yeah, lots of cool decorations here and there. And the Gherkin got a cool Santa hat, which I think is totally awesome. Looks sweet. And the villager system over here. So from what I understand, this mountain that's a villager head, in the future, it's supposed to be like a really cool villager trading area. We'll save that later for a special someone. Sure, he'll totally love that. So yeah. All right, and oh yeah, this is really cool. Check this out. So let me get over here between these buildings. And bam. They built a smiling Grinch face right in front of Coop Dizzle's house, so he can't see the skyscraper district. So I think that's totally funny. Very cool, very fine. So yeah, been looking around trying to figure out like where am I going to build a skyscraper, because a lot of territory is already taken, and I wasn't sure about this area down here where the sheep farm was. There's really not a lot there. This building here is actually going to be the Stark Tower, so really looking forward to that. That should be pretty sweet. I'm really excited to see that building come along. All the buildings here are really, really cool, so I'm really excited to see them. But anyway, it's a big build, and it takes up a lot of real estate. So kind of looking around trying to figure out where I should build. Where should I expand? And eventually, I settled on an area back here behind all the rest of the skyscrapers. So, oh gosh. So back here, this road dead-ended, and there was a huge mountain right here, and I dug out all of this mountain, kind of leveled it out, made myself a little area, and let me just kill you real quick if you don't mind. And then put this little cul-de-sac traffic circle kind of in the way, so hopefully it gives a little inspiration for some, maybe like some large commercial or some small commercial, just kind of to gather around, or it should even be big enough for a whole nother lot depending on the size. And this is the overall layout of where I'm going to take up. So yeah, this area here. I hear you. So yeah, the idea I have in mind is pretty awesome. I'm really excited. So my skyscraper, I want to be a little bit... Every skyscraper here is dual purpose, right? So they either have a farm in them or some sort of thing of utility. So like this is a turbo furnace. Coops is like a big meeting house, and condos, apartments and stuff all the way up. The dual towers on the far side that you might have seen, the yellow, those are watermelon and pumpkin farms. And then the Gherkin is actually a cactus farm. So there's a lot of dual purpose builds, and I want to make my dual purpose as well. But instead of a farm or a machine, it's going to be a mini game. And to make matters even, I don't know, cooler, I guess, I don't know, this is actually going to be built to scale, 1-for-1 scale, for the actual real live thing I'm building. And when I say 1-for-1, I mean Minecraft 1 to real world 1. So every block is 1 meter. This object is going to be 160 meters tall, because that's how tall it is in real life, plus a little extra change. But we're going to hit 160, and then we'll get the change later on. So let me get all the items in my inventory. I've actually got Ajax online to help me with a little bit of time lapse. So let's get going and roll that time lapse. All right, Amici, I am done for today. I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse that we put together. Man, oh man, that was a lot of work. It took a long time. Man. And we are only at the 90-meter mark. So just a little over halfway is where we're at right here. This stone right here represents 90 meters, and we're going to 160 plus a little bit extra. And if you haven't figured it out by now, oh yes, that's right. We are building the Space Needle. Yes, yes, yes. And this big tower in the middle, this black little tower in the middle with ladders, this is not just for me to build. No, no, no. This is going to be a King of the Ladder minigame. So, we're doing a 2-in-1 King of the Ladder inside the Space Needle. So I am totally excited about how this project's going to end up turning out. And just to kind of give you some perspective, let me show you something here. So this is this block here is 160. And if you look way down there, I know it's hard to see because it's so far down there, is the top of the Diamond Hotel and the Lolcorp Tower. So I know we're so high up here, and that's so far down. Man, so short. Wonder if he'll ever have any plans to get taller. It's nice being on top. Anyway, Amici, that's going to be all the time for today. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Yeah, see, look at them way down there. So far down there. Amici, that's all the time we have for today. I'm excited about this project coming along, and we'll continue to do more great and amazing things as this thing comes to fruition. My ultimate goal is to have it all completed before New Year's, when the Diamond Society is actually having a big New Year's bash. Oh yes. Tell your friends. Ask for an invitation. In fact, leave a comment down below about whether you'd be interested in attending. And I guarantee I plan to have this thing done in time so we can have some pretty epic King of the Ladder going on. So amici, until next time, ciao a tutti, and aloha. Bye-bye.